Hello, good morning everyone. It is Friday the 1st of January 2021 and my name is Bex Townley from Later Life Training. You may be familiar with movement snacking and make movement your mission on our Facebook page. Today, right now, something a little bit different but totally related. This is your first of 12 monthly demonstrations of the movements from our 2021 active calendar. So if you're watching this video, I'm hoping that you have one of these. The one you have is probably a colour version and a hanger uppable version. I've got my home print copy here just for ease. I'm going to take you through the January mobility movement routine from our active calendar. I can see lots of people are watching this live. I'm not going to say hello because we're going to record this and put it up onto YouTube, but thank you so much for tuning in, saying hello. And can I ask Dawn Skelton to tag in Roshi Wellbeing, please, so that she can see this video. We'll chop this preamble off for the YouTube version. Dawn, could I just ask again, could you tag in Roshi, please, because I can see she's trying to get in. All right, are we ready? So maybe you have your calendar to hand. Maybe you're waiting for it to arrive in the post. Let's talk through how to use this handy little resource. Ready? Now then, the first thing to say, of course, is that this is a calendar. So it's essentially designed as a calendar for you to keep all your usual appointments and things to do. But we've added lots of extra bit of information and bits and bobs that hopefully help and support a change in your routines so that you can add additional movement minutes to your days, to your year. So as you can see, on each day of the month, we've added 3 little circles here, 3 little circles, and I've already ticked one today because I've done a movement snack. So you might want to use these little circles either to tick off when you've done a movement snack, either with us, the LLT snack team, or alone, or you might want to add additional circles for any additional crowbarring movements you're doing. So there's my first tick of the day, look, from the 8 a.m. And you might want to use these just as a motivational marker of how you're doing. So that's the calendar. Oh, and we provide you with a helpful tip for each month. Today's January says, did you know that pumping your feet for 30 seconds in preparation to stand reduces chances of dizziness? We'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. So how to use this active calendar. I've already mentioned the 3 little circles here to tick off your movement snacks. Remember, frequency is key. Moving as well as best you can more frequently is really the first start point in bagging all the additional benefits that movement brings. I'm going to take you through now the circulation boosting prompts. And we recommend that prior to any of these movements that are detailed each month, you add or you crowbar in a couple of minutes of circulation boosting. The other thing I'm going to do also today is actually the first thing we're going to do is talk you through the progress checks. So these are designed again to support and help your motivation and to log your progress around everyday joint ranges, functional movements of the shoulders. So we've got a shoulder mobility progress check. We have so here's the shoulders here. Here is the hip hinge and the back of thigh position to help with mobility, getting down to feet. And here are the standing balance progress check and the chair rise. That's what we're going to do today. And then I'm going to take you through the mobility routine. I'll be as concise as I can for me. But before we do anything, we're going to do that circ boost. And then we're going to move into the progress checks and then the mobility routine. So for those of you that have been with us for several months on this movement journey, this circ boost will already be familiar to you. So you might want to have a look at just the key prompts here that we put in the calendar. So let's just go through that now. Sit and stand options, and then I'll take you through the progress check. So either watch this or join in. It's going to be committed to the video memory, so do what you want with this moment now. Either join in or have a just good look. So we're going to go through circulation boost. So it's recommended, it's good to crowbar in or add this circulation boosting activity throughout your day, and certainly if you intend to go through some of the movements that we've included in the calendar, add this circulation boost just before you do that. I'm going to start with the sit options and then progress up to the stand options. So here we have circulation boosting, arm and leg march. First thing always, activate active posture positions, and the arm march. Start with single arms first, so do a couple of on the left side, do a couple on the right, and then if you can and comfortable, bring them together. So the arm march element of the circ boost looks like this. Your pace, your comfortable range of motion. It might be smaller, you might feel you can go slightly bigger. The key is the rhythmical action. Keep the elbows tucked in, keep the chest lifted, and keep this open posture position. That's the arm march element. Now, if you're looking to progress to stand and you're able to include activities of legs, first thing to do is walk forward, lift and shift. This gives you more leg room, enables a more upright posture, and also better prepares you for standing when you come to that. So for the leg march, you might want to take up some extra support in the chair and start the march. So the most important thing is to move the legs. So start steady and stay steady. Now, to make this march even more effective, you're trying to involve more activity from the ankle. So involve the feet. Can you see I'm pushing my heels up off the floor first? It all stays steady, and when you're ready, we can start to bring in arms and legs. So the circulation boost seating march looks like this. You might want to continue with that. You might want to take a little pause every now and then just to make sure you're continuing to keep that active posture position. I'm going to talk you through the standing circ boost prompts. I'm just going to put my feet back and down, pushing up to stand here. And for the standing options, we're going to use external support. Feet are hip width apart. Again, start the march. The most important thing is to get moving. Then you can work through how are you moving. Steady, controlled, comfortable, doable, and as we did in the seated options, progressing through arms and legs. Now, if you need this external support, you may be better placed to have that support in front of you so you can more easily transition from left to right arm. We add lots and lots of other information in our movement snacks. This really here just serves to give you the nuts and bolts, the key points about this circ boost. So most importantly, you should feel the need to take some deeper breaths. 1 to 2 minutes, or even it could just be 30 seconds of these activities throughout your day. If you've been sat a little bit too long, or you've been in the same position for too long, have an active sit, have an active stand, crowbar in a bit of arm marching and leg marching, and get those ankles, feet and toes involved. So folks, that's a review of circulation boost from the calendar. As as I mentioned in the fact at the head of this video, just if you have been sat for a little bit too long, a little bit of foot pump or activity will also support more successful sit to stand and reduce any likelihood of blood pressure changes or dizzy spells when you get up to stand or start moving. I'm going to now move into talk you through the progress checks. Series of progress checks to help monitor, progress, check, have a look at how your mobility is improving over time perhaps. So we've added new features in the calendar this year. So this shoulder mobility one here, can you see, is what I'm going to take you through now. Now, here's one I filled in earlier. I'm going to give you a close-up shot of how I've logged my current shoulder mobility today. Can you see here? I put an L, I've scored myself 3, and an R, I've scored myself 4. So we've got 4 descriptors that describe how far you can get your hand behind your head, okay? So you can either touch your ear, you can either touch the back of your head, you can either touch the base of your neck, or you can touch the top of your shoulder blade. So those are the 4 descriptions. So you might want to go through it with me now, or just have a watch and later. I'd sit down for this one. Keep that active posture position, so the position of the trunk is part of this movement. So if you feel a bit slumped, come up a bit taller, stay relaxed, one arm at a time. I'm going to take my left one first. Remember, this is after a little bit of circ boost. Looking ahead, how far can you comfortably get your hand? There. So you're aiming for the top of the shoulder blades, but stop at the point that is comfortable for you. So if you can get to your ear, we're saying that's a 1. If you can get to the back of your head, we're saying that's a 2. If you can touch the base of your neck, that's a 3. And if you can touch the top of that same size shoulder blade, that's a 4. Now please note, my head doesn't change position, so I shouldn't be moving the head around. So there's your left side score, and mark it on the calendar. And then you do the same for the right. Check that you're active through the centre, and then work through those positions. You're aiming for the top of the shoulder blade, but just be aware of where you can comfortably for you, get to. Move slowly in and out of these positions, and record your scores on the doors, folks, in the little section here. Remember, you can put left and right, the whole word, or abbreviate that so you can understand it. So that's the shoulders. Let's move on to back of thigh here. Can you see that's this one here? And again, we've given you 4 descriptions of how far you can comfortably reach with best technique for you. So remember, you need to do your left and your right leg. The descriptions are: you can reach your knee, you can reach the top of your shin, you can reach the middle of your shin, you can reach your toes, or you can reach beyond your toes. So I'm just going to take you through these key prompts now. Remember, all of this are comfortable movements for you. So you're not looking to push, you're just kind of taking yourself in these positions, comfortable for you, making a note, jotting a note, so that you can see improvement over time. I'm going to turn my chair a little bit more sideways for this one, so you can see what's going on. Please note that I'm going to have a slow, controlled sit to make the most of that. Here we go then. So again, have a look first, maybe, and then have a go afterwards. So for this back of thigh, I'm going to take a lift and shift forwards a little bit, like so. Backside just past centre. And then put the leg out. So it's an extended leg, as straight as you comfortably can, and the foot is fairly relaxed. Now lift and lengthen. So if you feel you're sat back on your coccyx, can you lift and shift a little bit higher and active? And this is our hip hinge position that we go through now. So one hand here on support, one hand on the thigh, and then hinge from the hips. Can you get to your knee? If so, that's a 1. And you'll start to feel a bit of stretch tension on the back of the thigh. And this is usual, this is normal. You're sliding down, keeping the shoulders square. Can you get the top of your shin? If that's the point for you, you give yourself a 2. Can you ease a little bit further? Mid shin is 3. Can you ease down to toes? Toes is 4. Please note my back is still straight. I'm still keeping really strong and even through the shoulders and trunk. Past toes is 5, and then slowly come out. Did you note here that I kept my other hand on the other knee? So when I do the other leg, I show this. This hand can offer more confidence perhaps and support of the trunk as you ease down into those positions. Slowly in, slowly out. Please note as well, we did do some circulation boosting prior to these progress checks. Muscles will move more freely once they're a bit warmer. So do the circ boost checks first. So here's one I recorded earlier. On my left leg I scored a 3, and on my right leg I scored a 5. All right, now then, the next progress check is about balance. So here is the balance progress check, and this is about different foot positions. You may feel that this one isn't on your radar for improvement yet, so you decide whether you're happy to do a progress check on your balance. I'm going to talk through these 4 positions of the feet. And again, we would hope to see some improvement if you're being more active throughout the day. If your movement snacking, perhaps you're also doing some structured exercise as part of your day. Time on feet will all contribute to improving balance. So let's have a go. Now, for the balance progress checks, you are definitely going to need some external support. About hip height is right. So, and a fixed surface that isn't going to move. It could even be a wall, for example, here, fixed position. Now, we've got 4 foot positions. I'm going to talk you through those 4, and we're aiming to achieve 10 seconds on each position. We don't progress to the next position until you can be successful for the one before it. So we only progress when you feel ready and confident. The first position, I'm going to take up my position here. I'm going to use the wall here. My feet are side by side, fairly close together, like so. And then upright posture. I'm going to keep using this external support. I'm standing in this position so you can see me, but you're more likely to be side on here. Once you've established that position, upright posture, can you see I've got my hand here? I'm going to just try to take that hand away, and are you comfortable to stay here for 10 seconds? At any point you feel you need to change that leg position, that marks the end of the time. So better to have a stopwatch if you can, just to be more accurate with that. Or you might want to take a slow count in your head, maybe 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. See how many Mississippis you can get. So for example, mine is 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4. I'm done. So for me, I would mark 4 seconds. 4 seconds on that first foot position. Now, if you don't achieve 10 seconds, don't move on to the next position. If you can achieve 10 seconds at each position, you move on. So let me show you the other movement, once I can get to 10 seconds or 10 Mississippis on my feet fairly close together. The next position is this, can you see? Leg farthest from the support, take a half a step forward like so. And then again, up tall, weight across both feet, hands away, and take the count. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, on and on, up to 10 seconds. The point that you step out or put your hand down onto the wall or surface is the end of the time. If you're not achieving 10 seconds, don't progress on to the next position. Keep working on that one. So we master each position before we move on to the next. When you can achieve 10 seconds on that half step forward, we progress further. Take that outside leg again, as if we're standing on a tightrope, one foot in front of the other, leave a little gap between the heel and the toe, and then we repeat the process. Make sure you feel strong, confident and steady before you take that hand away. Keep it close to hand. Now this one will challenge your balance. Keep looking ahead. Check your feet, weight is even across both feet. At the point that you need to step out to regain balance or put the hand out, that is the end of the count. This one will be challenging. We are in a much narrower position, so you're likely to feel unsteady. So as many steps as you need over time will start to improve your balance. The fourth position, as you can see here, just shows a single foot. So this is standing on one leg. So you might want to try your left and your right side for this one. Using this external support again, this time, outside leg is going to move. So the leg nearest the support is the balancing leg. Have a look here. I'm going to use the external support. I'm going to prepare the foot back, so I'm still in contact. Supporting leg is slightly bent. I'm going to pick off that toe and see if I can take a 10-second count. If not, I put the toe down to regain balance. That's the end of count, or you might want to put the foot down. Whatever you need to do to get that foot to retrieve your balance, do so. But that is the end of the count. So 10 seconds or Mississippis, depends how accurate you want to be. There is my left leg position. Once I achieve my end goal of 10 seconds, foot down. Now to do my right leg, I want to change position. Turn, turn, turn. To do my right leg, I've turned around, and my left leg is the moving leg. There. So those are our 4 positions, and here is my notes that I've filled in before. Can you see here? 10 seconds, positions 1, 2 and 3, and then I scored 5 seconds on my left leg and 10 seconds on my right leg for that single leg stand. All right. Final progress check is the chair raise here. Couple of options on this one. So this is our key movement in daily life. If you are looking to improve your standing activities and time on feet, this chair rise is a key movement in your day, and we're looking to improve the strength and power in our legs, our ability to push our own body weight out of a chair. This progress check can be jockey lifts. So can you just push the backside up off the chair, or it can be full sit to stand. So pick the one that's right for you. Here are the key prompts. Hip walk forward just past centre. This will make it easier to stand. Heels back and down. Keep that lift that we've already talked about, this hip hinge position. So this pushing up through the heels with that trunk movement will help with standing. You might want to add a little bit of arm assistance if that helps, but we're aiming to do it legs only. For this one, it's a 30-second count, so you will need a stopwatch or a timer to count that 30 seconds for you. So you're seeing how many times you can either jockey lift or sit to stand out of the chair. I've got a timer here. Let's do a kind of 30 seconds now so you can see what this looks like. Either have a watch, have a look, or watch later. So I've got my timer in front of me here. I'm going to go for sit to stand because I'm confident with that. So a 3, 2, 1, off I go. Push up to stand. Always moving with control, pushing up to stand and a controlled sit. Perhaps as you come up to stand, you want some external support close to hand. Any extra steps that you need to take at any point, do so. It really is about confident, comfortable sit to stand. There is the 30 seconds. So you're counting how many times you can sit and stand or jockey lift in 30 seconds. And earlier on today, I recorded 15 on that. So that is our progress checks, folks. And we're suggesting, or as far as the calendar is concerned, that you give these a go every month. We, the Movement Snack team, will kind of prompt you on this as well. And we also add progress checks weekly to our movement snacks. If you are looking to improve and it helps your motivation to physically feel and make a note of your improvements, then that might be a handy little record to support your progress over time. Here's the key: progress over time. All right, so that's the progress checks done. Final bit now of this video instruction manual on how to use your active calendar is the actual movements from January, which are these. So we've added an extra one. So we've got this morning mobility routine, and those of you that join us with the movement snacks will be familiar with this. We haven't included them all in the calendar because we couldn't fit them on, but we have a shoulder raise, a trunk movement, some side bends, and an ankle activator. So we've got 4 movements already in your daily life, and we're looking to do these more frequently, ideally throughout January. Can you crowbar in these 4 movements into your day, perhaps as part of a morning routine? There. So I'm going to talk you through those four movements now. Let's have a go. Sit and stand options as always. Remember, we've already covered the circulation boosting. That's done. 2 minutes of circ boost, and then these 4 movements. Just change my chair position. So whether you are in sit or stand is the first decision to make. In standing, the key points are feet hip width apart, lift and lengthen, a little bit of open, strong posture position. There's your start position for stand. And here is your start position for sit. Hip walk forward, if comfortable. Lift and lengthen, active posture position, and then start the raises first. It's a raise and lower is the first point. And then as and when you can, build that to a roll movement here. So we provide you with 4 key prompts in the calendar. Lift your shoulders up, forwards to your ears and back and down, and complete a circular motion of the shoulders, smooth and controlled. That's the key here, folks. Smooth and controlled. Your comfortable range of motion. If you have any concerns with balance, either perform it in seated or rest hips on a fixed surface so that you can move the arms confidently. Feeling the back end here of your shoulder blades. Can you lift and open? Give them an extra squeeze. We're trying to improve the movement, literally the mobility of your shoulders and your upper back. So shoulder blades involved where you can. And we are suggesting here that you do either 1 or 3 or 5 of these as part of a morning routine. The second movement is trunk turning. So this is to improve the movement, how we turn the trunk. Already in your daily life, washing, dressing, getting in and out of cars, mobilising in bed, we're looking to improve the mobility around the spine and your middle bits. So in standing, here are the key points. Using this external support probably in front of you, step a little bit wider. This will help with more support and balance. Lift and lengthen, activate the middle bit, and then take the turn and return. Pause in the middle, change hands if that helps, and take the turn and return. In sit, those key points are exactly the same. We're looking to mobilise the same part, the same body part. Activate posture muscles, lengthen first, so increase the distance between the top of your hip and your first rib. Take the turn, controlled turn and return. You might feel you want to have a pause in the middle, have a relax or a recover, go again, turn and return. It's all about the middle bit. Arms are not involved, so you can either just take them to here on that turn, or you may just want to take them with you as you turn. That might make it feel a bit more functional, shall we say. If you've got to turn in daily life, it's probably because you're going to get something. Again, start with one strong turn in each direction, build to 3, build to 5, for example, as part of a regular, frequent movement routine. Next movement on here is the side bends, another trunk movement, another one for bending, reaching, mobilising, washing, dressing. Same position, anchor the buttocks, lift and extend, and then take the sideways bend. Now this could be with the arm as an extra reference, as if you're going to pick something from floor, or you might want to use the arms of the chair to further guide and assist that downward and upward movement. You decide, you choose. So it's okay to add in that arm if that makes you feel more confident about taking this range of motion. Keep the buttocks anchored into the chair. Pause in the middle. Remember, any movement of the head may challenge your balance or make you feel unsteady, even in seated. So slowly in, slowly out, pause, start position again, slowly down, slowly back. And in standing, key points again are this wider position of the feet. Support in front of you so you can continue to use that extra support if you would like. You're only travelling sideways here, folks. It's straight down and straight back up. Not looking for any forward or backwards movements. The last movement on your morning mobility routine for January is the ankle activator. Standing and sit option, stand option, using a fixed support for additional balance here. The leg farthest from that support is the moving leg. And you're picking a point on the floor where the heel goes, the toe will follow. That's what we're aiming for. In addition to this moving part, we've got all of this strength, building stability coming from the hip on this side. So the knee should be a little bit bent. Active posture as always. Heel toe. Can you control 5 good ones of those, or you may feel you want to step out, have a pause and set it up again. To do the other leg, you will need to either change your support side or take the turn. Here. Outside leg is the moving leg. There's the point. There, there, there. We're not looking to challenge your balance for this one. If you feel that your mobility movements are compromised because you're thinking about balance, take this one sat down. So here is the seated version. Hip walk forward. It's the same movement, Picking a point on the floor, there's the heel, trying to get the toe there instead. Now in seated, you're going to get some extra hip movements. if you join us for a movement snack, we do crowbar in another option for this one. I'm going to show it to you now if you would like. It's not on the calendar. It's an extra one. Hip walk back. It's this. So you might want to do that one instead. Okay, folks. So for all of these mobility movements, we're looking for frequency. We're looking for consistency, which is why we're saying maybe these 4 movements already in your day. Start with 1, build to 3, build to 5. Can you make it a morning routine? Can it be something that you get up and, as well as having a cup of tea and washing your teeth, brushing your teeth, a bit of circulation boosting, maybe these 4 movements, 10 minutes, 15 minutes max, or join us on a movement snack at 8 a.m. or come and catch up on the Facebook page or on YouTube. That's it. That's your mission for January, if you choose to accept it. Do you want to crowbar in some progress checks to see where you're at, some circ boost and 4 mobility movements to become part of your day, adding additional movement minutes to your day? That's it. That's January's briefing. Done. We'll be back on the 1st of February to add to those mobility movements. For now, thanks for listening. Hope that's been helpful. Do let us know any questions you have, either in the YouTube comments or on the Facebook comments. And don't forget, we're here 3 times a day on Facebook, 8, 12 and 4. That's it. That's me done. If you are coming in for a movement snack, Kelsey's following up now at 12 o'clock, folks. Thank you very much. Mission accepted. I'm liking the comments coming in, folks. All right, good. Happy calendars, everyone. And send us your pictures of your calendar and where it's hanging. We'd love to see it. Bye for now.